Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and this feels like a video I should be making in the middle of a bleak midwinter. It is not the case, it is mid-August, I promise you. The weather is good, however, for many reasons I'm indoors tonight in the Wattage cottage, just about to get ready to do a sesh. So, I'm going to Tenby tomorrow for the weekend. I've just finished work, got all the packing to do because I've not started any of that, bike to sort out, I'm going swimming later on tonight, Liz is away, so I've got to do the animal jobs, cook evening meal, all that sort of stuff. I'm having a pee, so I probably shouldn't talk that up too much. But, you know, I need to be time efficient. So therefore, training indoors is the most time efficient way to do that. Just stick my bib shorts on, get indoors, sweat for an hour or so, shower change, done, no faff around it, other than this, but this is faff that I allow. So tonight's session, now it's Thursday today, and I normally have an easier day on a Thursday or a rest day, but that's going to be tomorrow because I'm traveling. So therefore tonight I'm going to do an interval session, my first one for a few weeks now for various reasons, and I'm actually really excited about this one. So this is what it looks like. It is, well, mainly easy. It's just an hour, basically an hour zone 2, you know, warm up. But the intervals are 5 times 1 or 6 there. Oh, we'll do 6 then, whatever. Oh, 6 times. Oh man, I thought it was 5. 6 times 1 minute. Unpaced and non-ergo, but the session brief is as such. I'll read you the briefing from coach. And this actually, I think, feels a bit like it's a bit like a race scenario. And I really like sessions like that because I can find I can mentally like put myself in a situation where I think, right, I'm in a race, and that's weird, but you know, get it done. Right, 6 times 1 minute maximal efforts. Hit the first 5 seconds hard out of the saddle, and then hang on for the full minute. So 5 seconds, yeah, sprinting at the saddle. Might not look like sprinting, but giving it everything I've got, and then seated for another 55 seconds flat out, essentially. So that to me really simulates like a crit race if you're trying to attack, or if somebody's attacking and you're following them. Surge for a few seconds and then hold 1 or 2 minute maximal effort to try and hold the wheel. Now, I don't have a whole host of crit races planned this year. I've got a couple in the calendar later on this year, but at the minute nothing major. But I do have the Gravel National Time Trial Championships in a couple of weeks now, and that's going to be a short effort, you know, 20 to 25 minutes, lots of punching out of corners and over hills and stuff. So this sort of effort, although I won't be doing 5-second sprint, I might be doing a 1 minute real hard surge. So bit of everything really, a VO2 max workout, not a huge amount of training stress because the overall session isn't massive. But yeah, I'm just excited about this. I picked the camera up, I figured we'd get stuck in. Let's get on the bike and get cracking. So in terms of target numbers, I guess this isn't really the session where you have like, I'm going to hold this for whatever, especially the 5 seconds flat out. But I have got some like reference points. My best ever 1 minute power is 580 watts, so I know I won't be near there. I'm not really a sprinter or an anaerobic beast, but I do find, particularly through like crits and road races, that my best like 1 minute power of the race is normally at the end, or in the decisive moment, which is when it matters. And I find that regardless of how hard I've gone within reason up to that point, I can produce like my best effort. So I would hope that these are relatively similar. Who knows? But that's my hope going into it. If it isn't, that doesn't change how I perform as an athlete in those environments. I've seen myself do that. So yeah, we'll see. I guess if I was spitballing, I'd say do the 5 seconds and then I'm going to try and hold 400 and something, and we'll see what that something is. It feels weird riding indoors. I haven't ridden indoors since a couple of days before Ironman UK, and I only did that just so I didn't have to faff of getting ready and didn't want the risk of being run over. Other than that, I've been pretty much riding exclusively outside this year, which I've really enjoyed, but it is different to how I've trained in the past. I've always kept my hand in normally, done a session a week, that sort of thing, but yeah, we'll see. It feels like weird being on the indoor bike and on the balance board thing, and I should be fine in another 10 minutes. Right, so I'm going to come up with a visualization for each of these intervals. Unrealistic, but potentially possible. So for the first one, what's going to happen is, we're at Darlingmore in the 3-4, Hugo Milner's attacked, so that first 5 second surge is plenty of time to get on his wheel, and then I'll have to just hold on for a minute or so before he blows up, and then I'll just, solo to the win. That's what this one is, come on. Okay, interval number 2, I'm just coming out of the top hairpin at Darley, Lee 20 clips on my wheel, so I'm surging out of the hairpin, it's last lap, Lee's feeling great, pinning out the last lap, holding it all down the back straight, keeping him right at the front. The bunch is really strung out, there's gaps appearing everywhere. Then I'm going to peel off at the last corner. He's going to finish and dedicate his win to me. That's this one. Okay, number 3, this time I'm on a club ride and somebody's just shouted, "Ease up, Wayne's dropped his chain." Let's go. Number 4 then, I'm out on a gravel ride with Liz. She looks me up and down and says, "Is blank new?" Could be a bike part, clothing, whatever. When did you get that? Not questions I want to be answering. Number 5 then, so the second to last one's always the most difficult, so I need some big motivation. So I'm out on a club ride again. I can hear somebody behind me talking to James Saxby, and they say, "What was that world record you broke last year?" And he goes, "Oh, well, it was." I can't sit through that again. Come on. So if you think this isn't very good, I'm not a very good sprinter. My Zwift avatar has just got a green jersey on, so... For the last one then, I'm going to take some inspiration from somebody else, and it's from the guy who smoked me on, it was either Wiseman's Bridge or Saundersfoot, Ironman Wales 2022. Liz had the camera running, thought I looked sick. This guy just absolutely dispatched me. This is for you. Okay, ride done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen, but I am just going to talk you through them. So first of all, Strava. I put all my training on Strava, by the way, so if you want to follow along, please do hit follow. I'd be very grateful for the support. A kudos goes a long way. I appreciate it. So let's have a look at the average powers for the 1 minute. Then we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. So 5.62 started off strong, as we know. 5.31, 5.22, 5.24, 5.10, 5.22. Pretty happy with that. Other than the first one, they were pretty closely grouped together, weren't they? And I'm obviously going to be freshest on the first one, so I'm actually really happy with that. For my best 1 minute power to be 5.62, I'm chuffed with. Could I have done more as an average if I didn't have that 5 seconds flat out? Don't know. Maybe. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Maybe a little bit. I don't think I could have done much more if I could, but yeah, interesting session nonetheless. Let's have a look at training peaks. So now I can't see each 5 second interval. It just shows me the best one from or second best one from this year. 900 watts for 5 seconds. I will take that. My best is about 1,100, but I haven't trained that system at all, so I can't expect to be an aerobic beast. It's just a case of you've got what you've got. But I'm happy with that. That's enough to get out of a hairpin at Darley Moor, I think. And then my best 1 minute power from tonight was 5.62 for a minute, which I'm dead chuffed with. That was actually if I go to my peaks of all time, my seventh best 1 minute power of all time. And if you look at the sort of rides where I've done my other best 1 minute powers, Harbury Hill Climb, Darley Moor, East Midlands Road Race Champs, Club Ride, Anaerobic Challenge, Fast Friday Tempo, full of it on a chain gang good legs, keeping chain tight, reliability ride, and a Zwift race drafting fail. So when you've done years of bike riding, to get a top 10 best anything, I think is pretty good. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that, especially as it wasn't none of those were really all out, just specific a 1 minute effort. But yeah, dead chuffed for that. Good day's training, although it's only a bike ride. I'm gonna get tea, I'm gonna crack on my animal jobs, and I'm gonna go for a swim later on tonight. And that's a good day. You know, when you're an amateur fitting it around work and life, there's only so much you can do sometimes. I'm very lucky in that some nights I can be out 2 or 3 hours on the bike. Tonight is not one of those nights, but that is fine. We do what we can do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon for loads of content from 10B for the Ironman Wales course recce. See you soon.